Welcome back. This is Sandy with Sandy's Organized Chaos, and today we're going to be making this green rainbow swirl tumbler. Now, for those of you that don't know, I do sell glitter, and I'm actually using all of this month's Chaos Box colors in this. But I will make sure to put everything that I use today down in the description box below, so that way you guys can shop those items if you would like to. So if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and let's wake up, prep these tumblers, and slay all day. Let's do this. Now we're going to go ahead and start off with our base. I told you guys these 24-ounce Hogdle handled tumblers, one of my favorites. But I went ahead and I prepped my tumbler with this Hunt Club Green. Yes, okay. I went ahead and prepped the entire thing with that color. It's just really going to help out when we go to do the swirls. We don't have to fuss around with it too much. The other colors I'm going to be using are this Smoky Beige. I'm just thinking about the colors I'm going to be using, so that's going to be for the golds. I'm going to use this mint green because I'm using like an opal green as well, so it kind of, you can see through it. So I just want to make sure it kind of matches the best that I can. Now my paint was kind of acting up here, but it's all good. This is just a template for our glitter, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add 2 stripes. The first one's going to start up under the handle there, and it's going to come around. And then the second one, I'm just going to turn it around and start up at the bottom and end it right below where the handle is. And that way I can kind of get my swirls all the same each time. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this mint green, and I'm just going to line it up right underneath that khaki brown there that I did the first time. Again, just swirling it right around where it's doing 2 stripes on each side. Then I'm going to come back through with that darker green and just kind of fix the middle there. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. This is just a template, but I really like using these handled tumblers because you can kind of almost make each tumbler that you do the exact same way, because you kind of have an idea of where to start and where to end with the handles. Now that my tumbler is all dry, we're going to go ahead and move on to the glitter portion. I'm going to be using epoxy to apply my glitter. I'm using between 1 to 2 mLs. I'm using just a tad more because I am using chunkies as well, but I don't want to add too much because we're using fines as well, and we don't want to accidentally make slick spots. So I'm just going to load that up really good, making sure there's no empty spots where there's no epoxy. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you the glitter that I'll be using. This first one is called Golden Rainbow. It's just a holographic gold with little flecks of rainbow colors inside of it. This one is called Lucky Stars, and it's filled with all kinds of different shapes and opals, and that's why I needed that mint green color. This next one is called Clover, and the next one after this is called Meadow, and those are actually sister cuts from one another. One's a chunky, one's a fine, and that's a holographic green. Now this next one is not from my Chaos Box this month. This is just something I sell in my shop. It's called Electrum, but I thought it would go really well with the gold color that I'm going to be using. Now I'm going to go ahead and start off with Clover. As you can see, I'm not going to fully fill in this dark green because I'm going to do half of it in the chunky and half of it in the fine. So that's all I'm going to be doing here. But I'm going to start with my chunkies first. I like to do that just so that way I can take the fines and kind of fill in where I need to after I'm done with this. Now, since I am doing a handled tumbler, I'm going to make sure to show you guys kind of what I like to do. I'm going to try not to add too much of my chunkies onto the handle itself, but we can fix anything that's kind of poking up once everything is all covered in glitter. So I'm not worried about it right now. I just want to get my coverage, and then we'll worry about all that once we are done. Now that my dark green is all covered here, I'm going to go ahead and move on to this lighter green color. I'm going to do the same concept. I'm just going to do right around the edge because I don't want to fill in too much. Now I am actually not fully filling this in, and I'm not going to be using a fine glitter to fill it in either. I'm just going to let it be because we use that mint green base, so that way, you know, we can just use the opals and not have to worry about filling it in or anything like that. So I just did a light coating of that. Now I'm going to come through with my Golden Rainbow, and I'm actually not going to do full stripes of this. I'm only going to do little segments of this color. So I did a little bit there. I'm going to come back up through to my khaki. I'm actually going to hit up a little bit on top of my handle as well. But as you can see, I'm not fully doing these lines. I'm just doing little swirl segments. And after I move my hand out of the way here, you'll be able to see I was just really trying to make sure that I hit the top of that handle. Now, if you notice, I'm not putting any of this chunky up underneath, not too much. That's because I'm going to use my fine glitter to fill it in, so that way our handle isn't too hard to fix up once we go to apply our epoxy and everything like that. So I'm just going to finish up these little segments of my glitter, and then we're going to start moving on to our fine glitter. So this is what it looks like so far. I just did little segments of that gold. I'm not going to worry about tapping anything down yet. And then we're going to move straight into the fine glitter. So right over top of our dark green, I'm going to use Meadow. This is, again, as a sister cut of it. I'm just going to shake it right onto it, filling everything in. And now's the time I'm going to go ahead and start worrying about my handle. I'm going to go ahead and fill in as much as I can around it, making sure that I flip it and get up underneath of it, making sure I get the bottom of it and everything like that. You just want to make sure it's nice and coated. And as I go, I'm just basically almost kind of doing an ombre, but on an angle. And I'm just letting that glitter, my fine glitter, kind of roll over into our chunky glitter that we did, the Lucky Stars, just to kind of, fade it and fill it in just a little bit. Now once I have my handle fully covered here, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of glitter onto the bottom. I've been making sure that I sprinkle just a little bit onto the bottom as well, not too much. I'm going to go ahead and take my fine, sprinkle it onto the bottom, and then just roll it around to the other side and do the same exact thing, where I just kind of let it cascade over into that opposite color just a little bit to kind of give it just that little bit of ombre. And once that is done, I'm going to go ahead and move on to Electrum. Now, Electrum is kind of like a golden green, and I just feel like it went really well with this. So as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and finish up those lines that I did with the golden rainbow and extend that gold all the way down. I just wanted bits and pieces of that chunky to poke through and then use the fine to kind of fill in the rest. Again, if I need to, I'm going to make sure that I extend that all the way up onto the top of the handle because I did put a little bit of that chunky on the top just to make sure it's nice and filled in. Now, I decided not to do too much of that, and I decided to actually extend out the area where I did the Lucky Stars. So I'm going to come back through and sprinkle a little bit more of that onto my tumbler. And after I finish that up, and before I set it off to the side to cure, I'm going to go ahead and start pushing down all my glitter. Now, a lot of people use parchment paper or whatever you like to use, but for this, I'm actually going to just be using a gloved hand. And I'm just going to come through and start tapping everything down. The reason why I kind of like to use a gloved hand is because I have a little bit more control than I do with parchment paper. I don't know, it's just me. But I like to come through, especially around the handle, and I'm actually going to wipe away anything that I just feel like is going to be an issue. So I'll take any big glitters off around the handle there that I think just won't make it through and will just be poking through the epoxy. So I'm just going to come through, squish everything down really well. I'm going to set that off to the side and let that cure, and then it'll be ready for a coat of epoxy over top of the raw glitter. But swirls are so fun and so easy to do. I know you guys got this. All right, so after that is cured, I'm actually going to spray it down really well with my 2x Ultra Spray. I didn't show it here, but I'll show it later. It just really helps out and gives that epoxy something to grip onto because these metallic glitters tend to want to wick away the epoxy and make it a little too slick for it to grasp onto. So when I go to do my epoxy over top of the raw glitter, I just kind of use whatever size my tumbler is for the amount of epoxy that I use. So this is a 24 ounce, so I use 30 mLs of epoxy. Now, once it is on my turner, this is very crucial as well, making sure that you hit it up really good with your torch. That just really helps all those little micro bubbles. I'm going to go ahead and let that turn and let that cure, and then we're ready to move on to the next step. All right, it's the next day. It's nice and cured, but it is still pretty lumpy because we didn't apply too much and we used a lot of chunkies and all that. So actually the only thing I'm going to do is just take my razor blade and go around the rim, just making sure that I clean it up. It just makes it easier in the end. And I'm going to come through, and anything that's majorly poking up, I will just take my sanding block and very gently kind of go over that. But you do not want to give this a rough sanding right now at all. You want to make sure you don't do that. So I'm just going to do my rim really well, and we're going to move straight on to another coat of epoxy to make sure this is nice and smooth for our step after this. So I'm going to use about the same increments as I did when I applied over my raw glitter, just so that way I can move a little bit faster here, So I'm going to use another 30 mLs of epoxy to make sure that is nice and smooth. Now, because I am using a handled tumbler, sometimes you get kind of gloopies up around the handle. So I'm going to show you guys here in a second what I like to do after I get it onto my turner. So little gloopies are just this thing right here. We definitely don't want that. So it's been turning for about an hour. The epoxy is still where you can touch it and it's still liquid because I'm not using a fast set or anything like that. But if you go to touch it, it will definitely form back down and kind of settle back into each other. So I'm going to take a gloved hand. I'm going to pull away all that epoxy right out of the handle there. Yes, I wiped it on my turner, and there was also a bug in there too, so I'm glad I checked on it. So I'm just going to wipe that stuff away. I'm actually going to fix the bottom if I need to as well. If you start to notice you get bulges anywhere on your tumbler, now is a great opportunity to go ahead and fix that as well. I'll just take my finger and wipe around the bottom and around, see, and just do that and fix everything. Then I'm going to take my torch and kind of help it out to make sure it all settles back down really well. And there we go. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like. So we went from the beginning and now it looks like that. And that's how you want it. You don't want it all glooped up in the corners there. I'm going to let that cure, and now we're ready to move on to our next step. All right, I feel pretty confident that it's okay to go ahead and start sanding. If you feel like you might need one more coat of epoxy, go ahead and do that. But because I did all these precautions where I pressed on the glitter really well, removed anything I just really thought was going to be a nuisance, it should be just fine to move on to. I'm going to go ahead and give it a light sanding. You don't want to do it too hard because you might get yourself back down to the raw glitter. You don't want that. So just give it another light sanding and then just give it a good wipe down to remove any little particles. And now we're ready to add all the little fun stuff. So I wanted to give this kind of like a faux Milky Way, I guess is what I'm trying to, a faux Milky Way without having to do the process of adding it to the epoxy and all that. So I decided I'm going to be using foil, and I just showed you guys I like to use tack it over and over again to be able to apply my foil. And I had these foils sent to me from my good friend Mimi. She sent me all those foils, but I'll make sure to put down in the description box. I found these foils on Amazon, so I'll put those down there for you guys so you can purchase them if you'd like to as well. But the first thing I want to do is I knew I wanted stripes of rainbows on one stripe of a rainbow on each side. So I'm going to take my tack it over and over again. I'm going to choose this area right here, which will pretty much be the front. Well, either way, it could be the front, but that's what I'm assuming is going to be the front for myself. I'm just going to take my tack it over and over again. I'm going to put that down really good, just like that. And I'm just going to take a brush and tap it around. This is just a base for what we're going to be doing after we apply our foil. So it doesn't have to be perfect. You want it to look abstract. You want it to look like it's kind of ripped through the tumbler and through the glitter and just give us that faux Milky Way look. Now, after you have that all figured out, like I said, I just kind of went from the bottom. I made it a little bit thicker at the bottom, made sure I wrap it around the very bottom, so it kind of went all together. I did a little bit at the top, as you can see. Now I'm just going to go ahead and let that dry, and once it's dry, you'll know because it turns perfectly clear. You can use your blow dryer, your heat gun, or whatever you like to do to kind of speed up that process. Now I'm just going to take my foil and I'm going to lay that across the sticky surface there. And once I have that laid down, I'm just going to take my fingernail. I'm going to make sure that I burnish it down really, really well. I didn't have my little squeegee tool. You could use that as well. It doesn't matter. Fingernail, squeegee tool, whatever you like to use. But I'm just going to go ahead and burnish that down really well, making sure that I get all those little sticky areas that I did with the paint, or the glue rather. And you're left with this really neat looking rainbow on the front of your tumbler. And it just, like I said earlier, it looks like it's just kind of ripped through, and that's exactly what we want. Just for it to look ripped through. So now I'm just going to flip it over, and I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. And I'm actually going to start at the top, so it'll be thicker at the top and then get thinner down towards the bottom, kind of like how I did the reverse side, but just reverse. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on my glue. I'm going to take my paintbrush and flatten all that out really well. I'm going to let that dry, and I'm going to apply my foil. I'm going to make sure that I burnish it down really good, just so that way I know it has the most coverage possible onto my tumbler. And there we go. Our base is all done, and we're ready to move on to the next step. So along with this faux Milky Way look that I'm going to do, I'm going to use this very thin brush because I want very thin lines for this. I'm going to take some of my SOC Sparkle Dust and green. Again, this was in my chaos box as well. And I'm going to take some more of my tack it over and over again. I'm just going to place it on my little dish over there. You don't need too much, just a little bit, because we're going to be doing some vining, or the look of vining across and over top of our foils here. Now I'm going to dab my brush down into that, and you want to make sure that your lines aren't too built up with glue. It might make that glitter not burnish down properly. But all I'm going to do is take my glue, and as you see, as I go down, as I'm making these little stripes, I'm actually twisting the brush as I go, and that'll give it more of that faux vining look that we're going for. And it doesn't matter, I'm going up into the foil, I'm going next to the foil, I'm going all the way down and around to the bottom as well. Now I kept my lines a little bit more centralized in the middle of this rainbow. So I did next to it, I did a little bit expanding out from it as well, but I didn't want to go too far away from it. But you guys could obviously go ahead and fill this up if you'd like to, or do it however you'd like. But I just thought what I did was just the right amount. So a little bit away, a little bit inside, and you just want to keep going until you have it the way you'd want it to look. Now I'm going to go ahead and let that dry, and we're ready to start burnishing our glitters down. Now, once that is nice and dry, we're just going to take our glitter here. This is just a super ultra fine holographic glitter. And once it's burnished flat, it really gives just an extra holographic shine to what we're doing. So a little bit goes a long ways. I'm just going to try to tap off as much as I can. This stuff is so light and really flies around. Now I'm just going to use my finger and simply really push down, making sure that all those glitters lay completely flat onto that glue that we just applied on the side. I'm going to go ahead and take my chip brush, there we go, and just really get in there and sweep all that extra glitter away really well. And this is what we are left with. So let me go ahead and turn this around and show you guys. And now we kind of have that faux marbling look or Milky Way look that I was going for. Now again, I'm going to do the same exact process, just take a little bit of my glue, and as I'm making those lines, I'm just going to kind of twist and turn my brush to make sure those lines aren't perfect. You don't want it perfect. And I'm just going to make sure that I stay kind of centralized with this rainbow, where I do a little bit inside, a little bit outside, kind of go around the bottom and up to the top. And then I'm going to set that off to the side and let that dry as well. And then I'm going to take my glitter here. I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle that on, and I'm going to burnish that down really, really good as well. And then after that, I'm just going to take my little chip brush, sweep all that away the best that I can. And the great thing is, you know, even if some's still on there, it'll just give this tumbler a little extra sparkle. And this is what we are left with. I really, really enjoyed doing this. And I hope you guys really enjoyed doing this as well. Now, I'm going to go ahead and kind of flip it either way, because I didn't know if I wanted to add more vining or not. So I'm just going to take it and hold it and see what it would kind of look like once you're holding it. So either way could be the front. And then I decided I didn't want to add any more vining after this, so I'm going to leave it as it is right now. So before I apply my epoxy, I'm just going to spray it down really good with my 2x Ultra, just so that way I know that epoxy adheres to our tumbler. I don't know if it won't adhere to the foils and all that. It's just what I do. Precautions, you know. I'm going to go ahead and apply 2 last finishing coats of epoxy, and she is good to go. Whether you take this design and duplicate it as is, or you take it and let it inspire you to create something that is completely your own, I hope that you guys had a lot of fun watching this tutorial today. Again, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time.